Hey guys, Age here. The the next day after launch, ready to start another play session. Uh, I didn't do all my dailies. Just just one of them, just to level up Gunbreaker to the next level. My Samurai is the same level, so 93. I got them to 93 because that's probably gonna be the next dungeon level, and when I unlock the next dungeon, I could just farm the dungeon to level my my job. That way, this is how you avoid doing all those extra quest stuff. Just at the start, you have to do it. Just do some of the side quests because you need to get your character to. You start at 90. The first dungeon is at 91, but you want to get to like 90 93 because that's the second dungeon, and so you have to like close the gap in the 90 level. 90 to 91, you need to close the gap as much as possible on that. And then once you reach 91, you then use the dungeon for that, whatever. And you want to do it this way because you want to level your trust. You have to choose you have to only choose 3, but there's many to level. When I get these 3 to 100, you get a leveling boost for the rest of your characters, your NPC characters. So it'll be easier to raise everyone else. It'd be like two runs to level them each level. All right. Sal's here just doing some quests on the side, off camera. Nothing big. So this is brand new zone. We're here. It's very. We were just in the jungle and then mountains. Mountainous. I'm gonna say mountain, but mountainous region. This is very kind of reminds me of Lakeland in Stormblood, but it's more colors. I think Lakeland was just like all purple, like purple grass, purple trees, everything. This is very fall-like to me. Dangers on the road. Oh yeah, we took a respite here, had a meanwhile with Thancred and Urianger. Yes, that's right, we're in the Moblin settlement. It's not far from here. Everyone on the road will be taken as favored by hunting ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, or if you travel as me, brigades will be desperate for victims to ambush. Bring them on! See, like that. There's an opportunity to make this quest a lot more interesting by making it a solo duty, a mini dungeon. It's like where you're traveling along the path and you're talking, and then you have like waves of bandits attacking you. Maybe a monster comes and kills the bandits, and then you have a mini boss battle, you know. And you're going down this road. Yeah, and then you could also add like cool things like pickups, right? Like we're running down this road and you can choose to increase your defense, increase your attack, or increase your healing, or like you know, little things on the ground that you can run over and pick up while you're killing the bandits. And I'm pretty sure, because I know there's pickups. There's a boss battle where he drops a bunch of colored gems on the ground, and you can run over the gems, and you get a buff. So they can do that. So this way. some reason I think that doesn't belong in Final Fantasy. It reminds me of something else, like some horror game. I'm gonna check something. I did the roulette. Does this transform into something? Because when I used it, the button icon changed. Maybe I was just blind or something. It looked like it changed. As in a cutscene. Isn't it up here? Wow. Where are these bandits? Apparently they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Just a little further ahead on the opposite bank of the blah 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 blah. We'll remain vigilant and safe. See, like that, like why did I have to stop and do this? Like, why can't it just be a solo duty and they're talking on the way? It's like, we haven't been attacked yet. Like, yes, it's further up ahead, but stay vigilant. You know, oh, combine the escort. Remember I told you when I was talking earlier that they overused the escort system? Combine the escort system with the quest, so things attack you on the way. And you could just, like, you know, it's like, whoa, the NPCs, like, you can either have them do something or do something very basic. Like, we're with Rukamat, right? Just have her auto attack something. Anything that attacks you, she runs over it and starts auto attacking. What's this guy doing? Right then and there, it's like have some monsters jump out of the water or pull you in, or you know. Interesting. This is it. Like, what the fuck, man? You can make these quests so much more interesting. Like, oh. Interesting. This is made of concrete? First, let's get the etherite. Oh yeah, goblins, right? There's goblins? Yeah, there's goblins and moblins. I don't know them. Yeah. I forget, in Ishgard region. They're goblin. Were they moblins or goblins? That's it, the village with pots. Next saga took place. Yeah, Idleshire. Might the similarities be cultural? The settlement itself couldn't be more different though. The Shire appears custom built to resemble the pots, while other is a repurposed town. Oh, that's right, it's true. In Idleshire, it still looked like a town. They had like buildings and you know, right angle buildings and squares and stuff like that, and logs. But here, yeah, the buildings look like giant pots. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her entourage? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's Elector. If you happen to know who that is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Her tongue flaps. Red core is the elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We cut straight to the forming the feet. I would like to help you with much more pressing worry right now. The storm in which hit the village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases? Head? Many help hands for the Potsworn were injured. This is no time for feats. Same thing, same problem from the bad new bird village. I'm sorry to hear that. All journey was storm to the stairs. I fear we've been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potsworn? Goldsmith contracted to work for the Moblins, though word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their crafts. Moblin provides Potsworns with tools, living quarters, everything the arsonic possibly needs. This allows them to concentrate on production what is widely known as finest gold and metalwork in the Tyrol. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. This is the best I can offer you. I should have never left. Which one gong gong on? These Potsworn deserted us. Without enough healthy helping hands, we are falling up to hold our side. Should all Potsworn leave, the village will grind to a halt. We have to do something and do it soon. Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. I would give them the chance to learn more about. It would give the chance to learn about your people and your village, and it brings us closer to beginning the feat. This is strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obliged to join in. Take a rest while you can. Hoping you'll say that. Actually, I wasn't sure I could do it on my own. Will help. None of us could sit around and watch. We'll take all the help we can get. Your trust wears? Truth wears. Truth swears that once the... Oh, I swear that once the Potsworns have their perfect workshops again, we can commence the feat. All haste. I'm gonna translate this bullshit for them. You on the third promise can assist helping Ragnarok. You other follow me. There are other help hands in need of hand blend. Okay, then just really bad English. Like these games, I understand. Like this is really bad for you as a person because growing up, you learn to have better vocabulary and better sentence structure and stuff. And then these games come along and it's like really bad English. Your brain's not used to it. I really appreciate you pitching in. Blah 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 blah. This is one thing I learned is very how practiced you are at aiding those in need. Yeah. Stop sucking up. God. Again, this is all unnecessary shit. You could just say thank you for helping. That's it. Perf. I can't meet his obligations without more helping hands. The pot pact is broken and the pots are emptying. You've come to aid me? I accept your helping hand. We can't. We can offer the Posworm their promised living? Expense? Promised good living? We might save the day yet. Whatever you need. And there's a bunch of quests that open up there. But we can see, now that we use the dungeon to level, we can just skip those extra quests. What Rock needs now is a new helping hand to create living. The helping hand is assigned to hurt during the rock slide, so Ragnar took over, and he knows nothing about what he's doing. God. How many would I have to do? Where is this guy? Let's take a peek inside. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just get him, just to talk to him, but there's no way that they'll do things around here, apparently. That's not the way they do things around here. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think? Inspect the workshop. You may move the camera as well and zoom in and target a point, blah 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 blah. So first person shooter mode. Those tools look pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones. Untouched meal. He's barely touched his meal. The dish is meant to be eaten hot, or does it? Or it loses its savor. Well, there's no shores of Cratchit's material. There must be something else he's missing. Him himself? He must be boiling, seen so close to the furnace. There's no airflow to speak of. How can anyone work when it's that stifling in here? Alright, after taking a good look, I think we have an idea what things might want to improve working conditions. Alright. Come on, come on. Speak with the Moblin. Oh, he's right in front of himself. Did you observe? First off, I notice hasn't touched his food. He has an empty belly. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking. But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't you want to eat it? I'm sure nothing when it comes to... I know nothing about his taste. I can help with that. My brother is also the same race, and while everyone has their preferences, there's some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If we brought him like that, he probably won't have been able to eat till it cooled down, and by that time came, it ruined the dish. If it was just save dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Like a Jamaican patty. They're good cold or room temperature or hot. I would never have thought of that. Not at all, but I think there was the only reason he couldn't conduct. That's not the only reason he couldn't concentrate. His homeland is hot and dry, but he seems to be suffering in front of the furnace. Is there any way you can cool down the workshop? You could try to create a draft. Do you know where we can get one of those? Gather them in the shoals of no return. Yes, I have an objective. Oh, and one more thing. From what I can tell, his files, saws, and things were worn down. His tools were worn down. That's preoccupied, then we'll have to work. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. Get him some new tools. Like, they communicate with each other. It's like, can't he say, it's like, I need some new tools. Can you open a window? Because it's hot in here. And can you serve some room temperature food? Or some cold food? Or some ice cream? Is there ice in this universe? yeah, they can get like, ice crystals or ice ether or use magic to freeze the water. There you go. Have a nice cold drink. Squeeze some fruit in some water, throw in some frozen ice. There you go, give it to him. Give him a nice smoothie. Look at these people. Standing around. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at who showed up. Thancred and the second promise. Your age, aren't you? What brings you out here? You know who I am, man. You don't say, your age. Oh my god. No, it's like, oh, it's nice to see you again, age. Like, that's so stupid. Your age. It's like, you already know who I am. You don't need to say it's like a surprise. The issue caring for the Proxworn. The same problem. I suggest they commission artisans in Charlie instead. The quantity of craftsmanship would be guaranteed after all. However, the Malvins do not care for that idea. It would be more efficient to engage unformally trained colleague. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Till then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in this matter, help hands, and are instead tasked with tending to the injured. We were on our way back from preparing herbs for Uriande. Urianje. I can't say his name now. I used to be able to. What the fuck? Urianje. The settlements in Lulala have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? When I become a Dawn servant, one of my first acts is establish reliable trade routes on the capital. When I imagine how much good we can with Charlene technology. That's pretty good. I mean, this whole reason, like, this disaster that happened because of this storm, there's no infrastructure to help the outlying villages and small towns, right? Yeah, they should have had better roads, and if a village, like a river, gets swollen and floods a village, man, then if they says like we need aid in redirecting the river and rebuilding our houses, it's like, yeah, they could commission it to the big major city close by, and They should have been able to send soldiers and things like that to help with the rebuilding. And of course, yeah, his technology for transportation and stuff and better tools. Yeah, this guy's a better seems like a better king candidate. Excuse us, because if you think about it, like the Vanu, right, the bird people with the farming problem, right, their solution is to use a black sacrificial ritual to infuse their crops with their very lives, their life source. So every time they do this each year for their crops, they're killing themselves. His solution is gather ether from a place that is abundant, concentrate it, and put it into the soil to help the reeds grow. Or better yet, teach them farming agriculture. Invigorate the soils and teach them that, you know, you need to do this and fertilizer and stuff like that. They don't, so, you know, they don't have to rely on that ritual. Like, his idea, like, he sounds like a better king, man. He's thinking of the future, not just the here and fix the problem here and now, you know? By doing it his way, he's actually building the infrastructure in this region for future disaster events. They'll have better roads. They'll have better ways to transport supplies to these outlying regions. Man, who the fuck are we serving? I want to go with the second promise. Oh my god. Honestly, wisdom. Like, for me, I always gravitate towards wisdom characters, intelligent characters, like people who have high intelligence or wisdom, or, you know, not just a barbarian and unga bunga. What am I doing? What am I doing? Search for a draft shard. Like, dude, there's a shard that creates a draft? Dude, again, use some technology that this guy wants to and create a device powered by a battery-operated ether to create a draft. You don't have to go searching for a crystal. But, you know, I can see if these draft crystals are in demand, then yeah, go and farm them and sell them. Oh, sell them to miners. Dude, apparently it creates a draft, right? So if it's too costly to build these small draft devices using Charlene technology or Allegan technology or steam-powered technology, then yeah, farm these draft shards here and sell them to miners, where you can create a draft so they could get fresh air in their mine shafts. Or underground, anything that's built underground. Or quarries, you know, like, jeez. Any enclosed space that they need to gather raw materials for. And then you can also sell it to the nobles, right? It says here, on hot days you can use a draft shard and create a nice cooling breeze, you know. And you know, nobles will pay through the nose. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's like, here's an objective, but also, here's an ether. Ether current. Free ether current. Looking for a wind crystal. A drafty wind crystal. Woo.